This is ridiculous. I've been looking high and low. It has been hours. Where is my familiar? Oh, there you are, you good for nothing familiar. Where have you been? I have not seen you. I've been looking all over for you. What is this? You must explain yourself. What is this? You brought the blood? Oh, you wonderful, sweet, caring, thoughtful, familiar. Okay, give it here. Give me the blood. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I am famished. Thank you so much. Oh, that hits the spot. Much better. You know how I get after I watch all the Halloween specials on the moving picture machine? It makes me so hungry. All the blood and the talk of the death. It's just, I sit there, my tummy rumbles. And there has been so much more of these specials of the Hollows as of late. And it's not even the month of the October. I don't think the humans know what month it is. The poor stupid humans, they don't even remember that you're supposed to do the Hallows on the month of October, not the month of September. But I suppose it is difficult to remember what the time of date it is. I know personally, I sometimes forget what week of day it is. Is it Monday? Is it Sunday? Thursday? I don't know. I do know sometimes based on the taste of the blood, so. This is a good one though. I like this one, thank you. Oh, I have been so bored while you have been gone. And there's still so much to do. Now that you are here, I might as well let you know that I need you to... there's like old glasses of old blood here that needs to be taken down to be washed. And also, if you could dust all the little antique relics that are around the house, it's starting to get a little dusty. And also, I know that you hate when I do this because it's a whole trip for you, but I got blood on the frilly collar of one of my favorite garments, so I need you to take it and some of the other things, like some of the other garments that I own, linens and things, to that magic man that you mentioned that cleans with the air, the dry air that you were talking about. I know it's a whole trip and you hate to do it, but it's really up to you. I have already told you a much better way to do it, but you refuse. I will remind you if you have not remembered, if you have forgotten, since humans, they have the mushy brains. Well, when I was a little girl, back in my village, we would take all the dirty garments and put it in one giant tub. And then we would take stale urine and put it in there, and we would stomp on it with our little children's feet. It was like a game to clean the clothes. It was so much fun. And sometimes, if we were feeling a little extra special, we would beat the clothes with a wooden bat over and over and over until the clothes were clean. This is much more fun way, and it also works just as well as this magic man that you mentioned. But no, you do not think this is the way. Everybody thinks just because the old ways are old that they are not as good, but from what I remember, they cleaned the clothes very good and the stains were always gone. The mud stains, the stains of the cow manure that would often get on our clothes because we would work in the fields, because we had a cow. her name was Bessie or something like that. It's been so long, I can barely remember. But here I go, on and on. Yes, make your I threw them in the corner over there. You can go take a look or something like that. But before you go, can you just come a little closer for a second? Closer. Yes, I thought that was you. Tell me, my familiar, how long has it been since you have cleaned your underpits? They are positively rank. They smell like the old fermented cabbage, but not the good kind. Yes, it's a... Gods. That assault on my senses should be labeled a war crime. Ugh. Do you not take care of yourself? Here, I will take care of you. It is my duty as your master, okay? Plus, I do not want the other vampires to smell you and know that my vampire familiar is the one that's going around smelling like old fermented cabbage. Not the good kind. I have something here, don't worry. There are little things from when I was young. In my old village, we had all these different ways of smelling good. Because as I mentioned earlier, the cow manure, it was very rank. So I believe that this was something that we put together. You'll see. It was, yes, this was something that we would use, I believe. I need to put it. Okay, I'll show you what we do. I have this old cheesecloth, okay? I'm just going to set it, these little things. I have to pick the best one for you. Okay, the one that has the strongest of the scents, since you are the rankest of the rank. Yes, I know that I keep telling you to do this, telling you to do that, and you're so busy. Yes. Why you try to make me feel bad? You're the one that is assaulting me with all these smells. Okay, don't make me feel bad. I just learned gratitude from you last week, and it's very hard for me to learn. Okay, yes, this one is pretty good. This one is well. But that, and I think that specifically this one as well. Oh, it's a very good smell. Smell it. Do you like that smell? Well, that's what you are going to smell like very soon. Don't worry. Okay, I'll put more and put this back here. And what else was it? There was something else. Something here. These are also very good smelling things. We would use a combination of herbs and flowers that we would find in the fields. And we would use it to make ourselves smell much better. And you wouldn't even know that we had spent a day with, all the animals on the farm. Yes, these ones are very good for you. These ones are... It smells almost like a chamomile. It's very good. It's a very good smell for you. I need to pick the best one, of course. What is this you say? Deodorant? No. We do not have deodorant. I have never heard of such a thing. We do not need this deodorant. Because obviously it is not working. I know it's good for you. See, you would have to trust in me as your master to know what is good for you. Okay. Right, this one right here. This is the good one. Okay, but that... Okay. There's something else. Is this what is this? Oh, no, this is what we need to put in. it is a scent of vanilla. Now, vanilla bean back when I was a young girl was very hard to come by. But as I grew older and the years passed by, like tens of years, things like vanilla and sugar were more accessible to the common person. Obviously, now I have wealth beyond measure, but back then it was not so. So the vanilla is something that I added to the scents and the perfumes of mine over time. And I found that it is a very beautiful scent. Something that I think would work well for you. It would complement you. Yes. So we're going to add this to my little concoction I have done here in my cheesecloth. Okay. There we go. Put that back right there. Now I'm going to wrap up this little thing that I put together. As you can see, it's here in the cheesecloth. And then I'm going to dab it onto you so that it can mask the scent of the old cabbage. Okay? Are you ready? It's okay if I dab it onto you? Okay, here we go. I dab it onto you, onto the pit stink, and onto your neck, because you could always also do sweating there. You know, I'm just going to dab it all over actually, because you stink all over. Speaking of which, what is this thing that you are wearing? Sweater. This sweater that you are wearing. It's not something I would have chosen for you. No. Have we not spoken about your attire? I mean, this that you are wearing, it's worse than a Bible. It burns my eyes. I am being dramatic. Yes, it's not actually burning my eyes. Do you not know sarcasm or humor? Has your brain been reduced to mush already? I know as you humans age, it often reduces. Okay, no, sorry, just making sure. Well, I would like you to go back into your previous knowledge of what I mentioned regarding your uniform. I mean, it's not really a uniform, it's more just like a way to dress. Remember we talked about presenting ourselves? Right. Okay. Just a little bit more of this. And that should be good. If I had it on hand, I would also douse you all over like this, all over, with some sort of old brandy. No, not whiskey, old brandy. It gives you more of a sophisticated sort of smell, which is something I think could do well for you. What do you think? Put that on the list of things to gather for me when you go to the shopping. Right, put that on the list. Old brandy, aged by at least like 100 years or something like that. Right, just you have enough for that, right? I'll look into my checkbook. You have me all worked up. I've been worried for you. This is not something I do often, is worry. But your confidence is obviously so low. And the vampires, they they see you in your sweaters and your stink, and they think, oh, that is just some old goat. But no, it's my familiar who's actually very good at what they do. You're a very good best familiar I've ever had. Very timely with your the blood, and with good quality too. Very good. It makes me so sad to see you. You walk around like you are a common schlub, like you have the vibe and energy of the eunuch or something like that. When you really should have more confidence, because you are strong and capable and very much more than that. And of course I care about you in my own way. Of course. I know it doesn't bother you what the other vampires think of you, but it does sort of bother me. Because they sort of like rub it in my face. Like Sven, he has this stupid familiar, good for nothing. But they dress so well, and he's always rubbing it in my face. Like, oh, did you not see? They had a tailored vest on today with a suit jacket. And it's like, okay, try hard. He doesn't even get Sven, like, blood regularly. Like, he's often asking me for all my leftover blood. But it's just very sad that vampire culture these days is very much based off of looks. It's very sad. Anyway, I am trailing off. I believe I have lectured you enough, have I not? Do you feel lectured regarding your appearance? Good, you get the hint. Thank you. Where did you get this blood? It's very good. Where did you get it? The spirit of the Hallows? Spirit Halloween? What did I tell you about that place? I told you you do not take from the... listen, I understand that place. The hunting grounds are very, very easy. I mean, they basically walk up to you and beg you to eat them. But it's also a place filled with dirty, desperate familiars. They're desperate, you can tell. But that also means that they carry fleas, because they're dirty. They are not high quality familiar like you. They are like Sven familiar. Gross and ugh. You know, I tell you this before. Why do you ignore my advice? I say, no spirit of the Hallows. Now I have to make sure that you don't have fleas. Well, I can't. And you know what? Make sure that you do not tell anyone where you got this blood. If they heard that my familiar was rooting around in the spirit of the Hallows, they would think that my familiar dragged in the blood-stealing vermin known as fleas. You better not have fleas. If you do, I will be very angry. Hold still, I must check. I was having such a beautiful evening. Hold still. Oh, actually, it's right here. I forgot where it was. Okay, please hold still, because I need to check for fleas. Those stupid blood-stealing vermin known as fleas. It is something that I hate. We all hate it because they're just so small and tiny, and it's so easy for them to get into here, and then they sit there for ages and they just steal our blood. And it also makes the blood of the human that we suck, it's like it tastes like a little different, like more gamey still, you're squirming far too much. I need to check for the fleas, okay? I cannot do this when you are doing all this squirming. Goodness. Okay. There we go. Okay. I do not. Okay, so far I am not seeing any fleas, but I'm going to double check. Okay, I just need to look at the hairline. Okay. Okay, I do not think that there are any fleas. You are very lucky, because if I did happen to find the fleas, I would have had to burn all of your hair off. And you do have very nice soft hair, I must admit. Very painful. Unfortunate, but it is the only way to get rid of the fleas. No, I'm pretty sure it is the only way is to burn all of the hair off. Right. So, in conclusion, no spirit of the hallows, no hot topic. You don't want to go to the place like all the hipster bookstores, any hipster sort of coffee shop. Those also carry the dirty familiars who, and the other people who beg you to be bitten, which is, really nice sometimes when you're desperate. But we are not desperate. No, not like Sven. He's desperate, but I am not desperate. So we don't go there. Of course not. But I will say the places that you could go. You could go to your local game store. I hear those are full of the nerds or the underbelly. And also you can go to the Japanese anime stores. I hear that anime, it like moth to flame. It is like with virgin, and of course we all know that virgin blood is the best tasting. So don't forget that little tidbit that I teach you. But what else is it? What should I reiterate to you? Oh, of course, do not ever go to the Mart of the Pets. The Mart of the Pets. It is filled with those who are like friends with the cats, and it is filled with cats as well, like so many cats. And we all know that cats attract witches. Dirty, crusty, good for nothing witches with their moon magic. It makes their blood rancid. Even if they are not full witch, if they even just practice witchcraftery and their dark magic, their blood goes sour. So stay away from that place. even worse than spirituals. But anyway, since I'm here, I'm going to do something for you in order to prevent anything further regarding the fleas, which is the blood-stealing vermin. There is something that I can get for you. It's a flea repellent. No, I think this is the only way to do it. I don't think flea repellent is something that you have in your modern times. It is an old recipe that was taught to me by my babushka. I believe I do have some of the things here. Yes, like this lemon. Just a little bit of lemon juice goes a very long way. I'm gonna put that into my little. Let's put it into a bowl here with the rest of the ingredients. What was it? Something regarding. It's been a long time since I've made flea repellent, so I can't always remember what was in it. What was it? I think that this was something. Let me just take a look at a little closer look at this. It must be something that we put in it. I don't think this. What was this actually for the chupacabra repellent actually? Or the sea bear? There was a sea bear that, you know what, this is what that is. That is what that. Yes, I know it. There's so many different types of repellents and serums and things that I can make. It gets rolled around in there. Sometimes I forget. Was it cave moss? Cave moss that goes for the flea repellent. There was like a sort of saying that my babushka taught me so that I can remember. It goes fleas. Fleas. Took the fleas away. Fleas are no good on me. Oh goodness gracious, what is that saying? It's like a very long time since I remember it, so it's like there are no ticks and fleas on me. But a little rosemary. Oh my goodness, it's rose. There are no fleas and ticks on me because I used rosemary. That's what it is. Okay. Thankfully, I always have rosemary on hand, so we have some here. Now I'm going to take a few sprigs and pluck it and put it in my little concoction that I have over here for you. Okay, put that over there. You know, I'm just gonna put the whole thing because we probably need a lot. And then there was something else that went. There was one last ingredient that was very special. It is what like really made everything come together. What was fleas and ticks on me? Cat pee. That was the last ingredient. Cat piss. Duh. Of course, it was always cat piss. So many uses. Where was that cat piss? Where did I put it? Was this it? No, this one wasn't it, was it? No, that wasn't it. Where did I keep the cat piece? It has like so many uses. And yet here I am, just completely unaware of where it is. I mean, I guess it's been a while since I've used something like that, but was this something that I used? I mean, sometimes it gets like aged and it like solidifies, and that's the many wonders of the cat piece, is that it changes over time. And generally it like solidifies and turns into like crystals, and generally I have a crystal around here as well, but I don't know where I put it. Oh no, this is the Google the ghoul blood, the blood of the ghouls. It's not bad. Oh no, this must be it. This has to be it. Like, look at this. Does this not look like... This is definitely it. No. Peppermint oil. You know, I've actually heard that peppermint oil was a good, what you call, replacement for the cat piss in the flea repellent. So I can actually use this one as well instead. Can you put it on your to-do list that, can you put it on your to-do list to get more cat piss for me so that I can make flea repellent for you? I mean, all I have is this peppermint oil. Like, what is this peppermint oil going to do for you? I mean, a little bit. It's going to help, of course. It's going to keep the fleas away. But not as much as it, you know, the alternative. Yeah, this'll work. This'll work, okay. Put that in there just a little bit. And a little bit for me as well, because I've been working so hard to protect you. Okay. Just going to... Alright. The lemon juice does go a long way as well. Lemon juice is very useful. Okay, I got some on my hands and I'm going to pat it onto your head. Okay, it's more like scratch it into your head, if you do not mind. Okay, just going to scratch it into your head here. There we go. This way, now you don't have to like worry if you end up there by some accident, since you wouldn't be going there for victims, of course, because I told you not to. But if something happened and you ended up in the spirit of the Hellos, you would be protected from the fleas, of all those desperate familiars like Sven's. I've got enough Fleas antiques on me because I used rosemary, and I've got a dash of cat pee. I fully remembered the babushka's little fable that she told me. It is nice to remember these things. It's been so long. I'm surprised I have. Okay, just a little bit more. We want to make sure that we got it all over you. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, very good. Now you are all good. Although your hair is all messed up though. I really should brush it for you, since apparently you will not be doing it yourself. Well, you cannot take care of yourself, and you have proven that. I mean, you take good care of me, but that's the point. But I will brush your hair for you. Let me just grab my brush. Okay, here we go. I have the brush that I can use to brush your hair back to normal. You know that most humans, I believe that they brush their hair regularly. I think this is something that you do. As a vampire, this is something that you must do every day. You brush your hair every day so that it does not get tangled. We take a lot of pride in our hair because, just because we do. I can't tell you why. like, why is the moon the color of the moon, and why do the stars twinkle in the sky? These are questions that I cannot answer for you. You need to know this yourself. Like, why is the night black? Like, more like a navy, I guess. I mean, depends. Yeah. Brush this part over here. Your hair is very soft. Almost too soft. Because it does not hold very much shape. It's like it doesn't have very much like this. Most humans, they have like this hair. Or maybe it's just because of the shows that I watch. A lot of the humans have hair like that, but your hair is very soft and like plain. Is that something that you ever been aware of? You know, I believe there are ways to give it some more like oomph. If you so choose. I am just giving you ideas to think about and to ponder. Nothing against you, of course. You are wonderful just the way you are. What is this? What is that? That's right here. What the heck is this? What is going on here? Okay, one moment. I have never seen this before in my life. It must have been planted here in my room by some sort of dark magic. I think I would know if this was mine or not. I have been alive for 200 years or more, I'm not quite sure. I know the things that are in my room. This I have never seen before. Who could have planted it here? One of my enemies, no doubt. But it is a little crow, like a raven. And crows are often, well, sometimes, not often, like very rarely, but sometimes, crows have been known to be familiars for those crusty old moon hags, the witches. Which means that this is a witch's relic. They are trying to hex me. No, stay away. It must have moon dust, like a witch's dust onto it. And this, when you inhale it, this is how they seize control of your human mind. As a vampire, I should be fine, but they're probably trying to get to you through me. This is devastating. They're trying to take you away from me with this terrible little relic that they put in the... What are you talking about? Birthday. You are saying that Vlad gave this to me for my birthday? This little thing? Oh! That is right! Vlad gave this to me for my birthday. Oh, he always knows the things that I like. I'm a big fan of the crow. Well, technically more so the raven, because the songs that they sing are very much beautiful, like more beautiful than all of the other birds. I used to have a raven friend. Her name was Zuzu. I loved her very much. My poor Zuzu, she died, but it was so cute. She used to bring me little trinkets and little doodads that I would present them around my room. Sometimes they were like old gum wrappers, but every once in a while it was something very interesting and cool. My poor Zuzu. What became of her, I wonder? She just stopped showing up one day. You know, I would feed her like little fingers and toes from the victims that are like, you know, they're bloodless and we don't need the corpses anymore. And I would feed the little fingers and toes to Zuzu. She would love them. It was so cute. Where did she go, my little Zuzu? So sad. Well, that was very close. Well, of course, if it was a relic of the witches, we would have had to burn the whole house down. I do not make the rules. This is how it works. You cannot doubt the power of the crusty moon hag. As much as I hate to admit it, they're very dangerous. I need to make sure that nothing has followed you home, because now I'm getting very anxious about you. I feel like the moon hags, they want you from me because you're very good at being familiar. They might want you for themselves. And I don't want them to seize control of your mushy human brain. So I'm going to use this to just hold still. I'm going to use this to... It's an old little trick to find out if you have been seized by the crusty moon hags. The stupid witches, the coven of the... Okay, so far, not an issue. Okay, so that's very good. You poor thing, you are looking so terrible, your face. From that knowledge, I'm sorry it scared you very much. So this is how your face always looks, with all the different patches of the colors? Yes, you're warm-blooded, but is your face maybe we can make it less many colors and more just one color. I do have this powder that I can use on your face to stop it from being so grotesque. Is that okay? Just going to powder your face really quick. Okay, hold still. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Powder your face. Oh, it's looking very much better. Just a little more. There we go. Don't you feel so much better? Oh, you are looking sort of like ghost now, pale sheet of linens on the bed, very white. Maybe we should put just a little color in your cheeks. I do have something here. Okay. I put it over here, okay. So I like to use more of a very red color that gives the appearance of blood in the cheeks, and I think it would look very good on you. So here I'm just going to put that on your cheeks here. Little bit on this side. And on this side here. And on this side. Look at me. Okay, that's looking very good. Just a little bit more. And on this side. Oh, you're looking so fantastic, darling. Oh. Da, da, da. Just a little bit, just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Alright, yes. Wow, who knew you could look this good? If only you presented yourself like this every single day. Okay. You are looking so very good, like much better. Yes, like if only you could look like this all the time. But that's okay, I know that you are slowly working on yourself, like Rome was not built in a fortnight, right? And I can only help you so much. I do everything that I can, but I know it may take years. And that's okay. I'm just happy that you're not enchanted by Moon Witch. That would have made me very sad. Very, very sad. Why do you doubt me? You say these things like, oh no, the witches, it's not as bad as you think, but they don't enchant you as bad as you think, and all this stuff. Like, who put these doubts in your mind? I am not saying these things like they are some fables of some insane child. They are real. These stories of the hags and the things that they can do. I've seen it truly myself in my old village as a child. It was Sven? He was telling you to doubt these things? Why would you ever trust him? Just because he is a vampire? I tell you, he is big turkey, and he has the personality of a boiled potato. I do not like Sven. You have guessed correctly. I am upset. I'm currently very upset with Sven. How did you guess that, I wonder? I'm sorry to take it out on you. I'm just very... Recently, I've been going through some things with Sven. As you know, he is my neighbor roommate across the hall. He has been bringing his dinner up to his room. And the screaming, which normally I wouldn't mind, but I need my beauty sleep and it keeps me up at night. I confronted him myself. I went up to him and I said, Sven, listen to me please. Do not bring your dinner up here. Keep it down in the dungeon where we eat the food. But no. You know what he called me? He looked me right into the eyes and he said that I was a mewling cow. A mewling cow. He was lucky I did not rip his head off. I would have killed him right then and there if it was not for the protection that he has from the Baron. We are forbidden to kill each other. I asked him for a duel and he said he would not. Coward. So I am stuck with this big turkey across the hall with the screaming of the dinners. I do not know why he cares to do that. It's like then your room gets all dirty. I feel so bad for his familiar, even though it's it's stressing me out, really. Thank you. I know my life is very hard. It really makes me feel so much better when you acknowledge that. Thank you. Which does remind me, I was going to write to the Baron. Alright, here we go. Dear Baron, your magicalness, your very powerful, nightmarish energy-ness. I am writing you on behalf of myself My dearest roommate, old turkey, boiled potato, Sven. He has recently insulted me. He called me a mewling cow. As you know, this is a very mean insult and grounds for termination. I write you to ask if I can tear his head from his body and rip off his limbs. What else should I say? Oh yes, with my own 2 hands, please. What else should I say? Do you think that is good enough? I feel like my situation has been explained very well. I never know how to end these things. It would be greatly appreciated. Did I mention he is old, crusty, boiled potato? I would be doing you a favor. There we go. I think this is good. I think it is good enough to send to the Patron. Set this over here. Okay. Now, I need you to take this to the Patron and deliver it for me. And then from there, if you so choose, you can crawl back into that hole that you crawl in and out of for sleep. Wherever it is you go, you may go back there. I will occupy myself with this blood that you brought, as well as watching the special Halloween moving picture shows. There's a lot more that I have planned to watch, and also there are reruns and I quite like those. One of my favorites is coming on very soon, so if you could go, I would very much appreciate it. It was very nice to see you. You know I very much care for you, my familiar, my very like a nice, sweet, helpful, thoughtful familiar of mine. Thank you so much for visiting me. Okay, goodbye now. Go. Bye bye. Good night. Good night. Good night.